This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WCBS. We will continue to serve the New York City area. If you are not in this local area, you should now tune to stations serving your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the New York City area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated to keep you informed. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall
stand by for a message from the President of the United States.
Good evening. You know what just happened. There was one big comet, and now there are two. And they're both headed to Earth. Let's call the big one Wolf and the smaller piece, Biederman. Wolf is 6 miles wide, Biederman 1.5 miles. Separately or together, they are capable of destroying life as we know it. We have lost communication with the Messiah spacecraft, although we continue to track it visually. It left the comet under power, and has made course corrections under power. The ship is coming home. We don't know how many are alive. We don't know their condition. Now we have to make some decisions together. What do we do? You have a choice. We have a choice right now. Ever since the comet was discovered, we've been hoping and working for the best, but we've also been planning for the worst. Our strategy has been twofold. First, our Strategic Missile Command is preparing to coordinate with the Russians for a massive strike of Titan missiles to intercept the incoming comets. If we can deflect these comets only 2 degrees, they will bounce harmlessly off of our atmosphere and head out into space. Unfortunately, the Titans cannot be launched until the comets are only a few hours away. And while we are confident the missile attack will succeed, it is only prudent that we now take cautionary steps to ensure the continuation of our way of life. To guarantee that there will be enough of us left to rebuild a new world, in the unlikely event that the comets do strike the Earth. So, in the soft limestone of Missouri, we've been preparing a network of immense caves, and they're almost finished. And we can put 1 million people in them, and that 1 million people can survive there, underground, for 2 years, until the air clears and the dust settles. The cave is more than a dormitory, it's our new Noah's Ark. We're storing seeds and seedlings, plants and animals, enough to start over. On August 10th, we're going to hold a national lottery. A computer will randomly select 800,000 Americans to join the 200,000 scientists, doctors, engineers, teachers, soldiers, and artists who have already been chosen. Other countries are preparing similar caves along whatever lines they feel are best to preserve their ways of life. This is ours. Beginning tonight, and continuing until the crisis passes, I am declaring a state of martial law. The armed forces and the National Guard are working with local law enforcement. A national curfew begins at midnight tonight. Wherever you are, go home. Stay off the roads after sunset. Crimes against persons or property will be dealt with swiftly and harshly. News stations around the nation are being faxed copies of the lottery procedure as we speak. The procedure will be broadcast to you in a few moments. I wish. No, wishing is the wrong word right now. That's not what I mean. Look. I believe in God. A lot of you don't. At times like this, it would just be obscene to use faith as a weapon. But I still want to offer a prayer, and I've been trying to find the right one. So let me offer this. It'll pray for our survival, mine included, because I believe that God hears all prayers, but I also believe that sometimes His answer is no. May the Lord lift up His divine countenance upon you, and give you peace.
following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. The following is a list of details regarding the national lottery system. Individuals pre-selected for the ARC will be notified by phone in the next few minutes. On May 14th, those that have been selected by computer will be notified. All phone systems will be turned off for 72 hours beginning May 13th. The only phone that will ring will be those that have been selected. No one under the age of 50 will be chosen in this lottery. Evacuation of those selected will begin on May 18th. No unofficial travel will be permitted between May 18th and May 20th. Those selected will be taken by bus or train to the ARC site by military personnel. There is still time to construct shelters in basements and backyard pools. Civil defense teams will be formed in every city with a population over 5,000. They will distribute supplies and organize group shelters and underground parking facilities in other sites. Construction plans, equipment lists and locations for securing the necessary provisions, along with information on how to grow your own food underground, and how to purify water are now available on the internet at www.fema.com. This concludes operations under the emergency alert system. All stations may now resume regular programming. The following message is transmitted at the request of Denver, Colorado Civil Defense. Denver Civil Defense is requesting all individuals in the city to avoid the area around the food distribution center until further notice. A riot has broken out, and individuals are causing damage to cars and buildings around the area. For your safety, do not approach this area if at all possible. Find alternate routes. Anyone found causing damage will be arrested immediately. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WCBS. We will continue to serve the New York City area. If you are not in this local area, you should now tune to stations serving your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the New York City area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has
Stand by for a message from the President of the United States.
The Titan missiles have failed. The comets are still headed for Earth, and there's nothing we can do to stop them. We have not been able to calculate the comet's final trajectories, and we have determined where they are going to strike. So this is it. If the world is go on, it will not go on for everyone. The smaller of the two comets, the German, will hit first. Somewhere in eastern Canada, probably in the waters off the coast of Nova Scotia. In just under 12 hours at 4:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The impact of the comet is going to be disastrous. There will be a very large tidal wave moving quickly through the Atlantic Ocean. It'll be 1,200 feet high, traveling at 1,100 miles an hour. Faster than the speed of sound. As the wave reaches shallow water, it's going to slow down, but the wave height, depending on the depth of the shelf off the coast, will be anywhere from a half mile to 2 miles high. Where the land is flat, the The wave will wash inland 600 to 700 miles. The wave will hit New York City 40 minutes after impact. Boston, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Washington, all will be destroyed. If you have any means of getting away from the path of this wave, leave now. The larger comet, Wolf, will be far more catastrophic. It will strike land in western Canada 3 hours after Biedermann. Within a week, the skies will be dark with dust from the impact, and they will stay dark for 2 years. All plant life will be dead within 4 weeks, animal life within a few months. Good luck.
This is the National Weather Service, with a message from the Atlantic Tsunami Warning Center. A tsunami warning is in effect for the entire east coast of the United States. The Biedermann comet has made impact a few miles off of the coast of North Carolina. Based on all available data, a massive tsunami is anticipated to strike the entire country. The first wave is about to make impact off the coast of North Carolina, and will spread along the entire Atlantic Ocean coast. The situation is being monitored closely. Exact wave heights cannot be determined, but estimates are that a wave at least 1,000 feet in height is likely. Waves could spread inland for hundreds of miles, and may continue for several hours. The threat will not be over after the first wave has passed. Bulletins will be issued hourly, or sooner if conditions warrant. The tsunami warning remains in effect until further notice. The following message is transmitted at the request of National Civil Defense. The Wolf comet has been broken up by a nuclear missile. The impact has destroyed it into thousands of pieces that will likely burn up in the atmosphere. There is no longer a threat for mass destruction from the Wolf comet. This sky will be filled with color and light, but this is not expected to cause immediate harm to anyone on land. Again, there is no longer a threat of complete destruction from the Wolf comet.